Okay, it is 9:15 or 6:15 if you're on the California coast.
That would be the West Coast, Frasley.
Oh, yeah.
California is west.
I did not understand my geography that well.
It's already starting.
This is going to be good.
I don't know if I'm just naturally antagonistic to gnome characters, but
it comes across well. Welcome to Frazzlecast, podcast by a Blizzard fan gnome about World of Warcraft and geeky stuff. My name is Frasley. I've never put this in the intro before, so I figured I better tell people who I am, if you couldn't guess. We're recording live from a tavern. This is episode 38. Each week we are joined by awesome people from around Azeroth and beyond. This week we are joined by the Scruffy Druid.
Hi.
Hey, Scruffy Druid.
Hello.
Is it Scruffy or Scruffy Druid?
Scruffy's fine.
Okay. And we have Mr. Coffee.
'tis a goblin extravaganza this month, friends.
Yes.
What was that?
Back!
He's back with a vengeance.
Actually, I'm back with a mild caffeine buzz, so.
I had caffeine around 5 today, so this is the first show that I've had caffeine this late in the day.
I'm on hour 3 of coffee consumption.
Ooh. I'm jealous.
We're in a tavern. I have a cider.
Hey, I need a coffee.
I just woke up 3 hours ago. It's too early for that.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Night shift life, man.
Slinging pizzas and ice cream.
Yes, sir.
This is like the only time I'm going to feel tall, but it's a gnome and a goblin. You know?
Yeah.
Like, what's going on down there?
Well,
It ain't your size, it's how you use it.
yeah. So, how's the weather up there, Scruffy Druid?
Cold.
Cold.
Ice cold.
So winter is coming or winter is here?
Oh, winter's here.
The White Walkers. They're coming.
Run!
Who am I kidding? I'd probably join up with them and be like, yo, let's do this.
Hey, I mean, I heard they give good benefits and people don't typically die on their side. Or is that the other side?
If they fall, they can keep coming back.
True.
I hear they have a
That
really good
medium-
retention program.
You would never get a vacation, though.
I'm sure you do. I mean, there's periods of time where the White Walkers have not stormed the wall. So they get downtime. You know, they get their personal time to do whatever a White Walker does.
Kind of like just chilling in a pub, like...
So how was your day? Oh, you know, wandering around the wasteland again. Waiting for the Night King to actually do something.
Yeah, rumors are that he's not going to do anything.
It's the 375th year in a row. We better be getting overtime for this.
So, Scruffy.
Let's go kill some wildlings.
Yes. Hi.
How's your week been?
I sound very Worgen-like today. I've got that little sniffle thing going on. I've been under the weather all week, but the week has been not bad. It's almost over. Yay.
Yep,
Hooray.
one more day and it's Friday.
Yes, thank goodness. I'm ready for it.
Well, technically I'm on my Saturday right now, so.
Nice.
You don't count, Xortz.
Yeah, I know. I have this weird freaking schedule, man. Like, my weekends aren't weekends, and my weekdays aren't weekdays. I don't know.
My head hurts now. So, last weekend you had an event with the Next Level Cafe.
Oh yes, that. Yes, so last week we were doing the charity event for the family of Andrew Finch, and Next Level Cafe is this awesome little gaming cafe in Wichita, and they put on this event, and all week we sent everything from my Twitch channel over to them, and I got to go hang out there for a little bit, and it was awesome. We raised, well, everybody, all the donations were about $150, and so I matched it, so we brought $300 over there.
Nice.
Super cool. And when I walked in, they were having a really good turnout for it, and somebody donated a guitar for them to auction off. Some of the media showed up, which was pretty cool, so they got some good exposure over there. It was very cool. Very good time.
Nice. And it's good to see geeks. I call people geeks because I'm a geek too, so I'm not just calling people geeks. But it's good to see geeks and gamers doing something productive and looking good for the media.
It was a little scary when they were talking about what swatting is, because of course nobody really quite knows what that is in this area. When they were talking about it, they were saying how streamers were involved. I hear this, oh, there's a streamer in the building. I'm like, oh gosh, please don't bring me into this. It's like, not me. That's not me. No, thank you. No.
I'm not here. Don't look at me.
I'm not that type of streamer.
Yeah.
The outside world looking in at us like, what? To touch on what Frasley was saying about geeks and gamers doing something good, as much as we seem to cannibalize ourselves sometimes, when push comes to shove on things like this, we don't mess around.
No, we're fiercely protective of our communities. And I love the fact that it was the Call of Duty kind of community, but here's our Warcraft community popping together and, saying that's not going to happen in our town, and coming together and doing good stuff. And I see it all the time on Twitter, people coming together and doing something. And let's face it, we get stuff done.
Oh, absolutely.
There's enough of us that we make a huge difference when we want to. I'm highly convinced that gamers could rule the world if we put our minds to it.
And who says raiding experience has no real world application?
Herding cats comes in handy, trust me.
I was doing a paper on the effects of gaming on kids, and when it's moderated, kids actually perform better in school because of playing games.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way, you could say gaming helps teach skills and different things like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, hand-eye coordination for one thing, problem solving.
Definitely.
Online-wise, this may not be the best example, but you do get some social interaction with people from different cultures and different environments, and sometimes, a lot of times, it's not always a positive one. But
I've learned so much about different people just from opening up streaming and getting to know everybody. My world has gotten so much bigger, and I mean, I live in Kansas, so I don't want to say that Kansas is very, very small, but it's neat that I get to interact with people from all over the world. So that's pretty cool. And you get to learn about what's going on other places.
Like when I stream, I got people from England, Australia, Canada, various other points on the globe. I don't know if I got any Norway.
Norway and Sweden pop by my stream every now and then. And some Australian folks.
But, so it's cool because it's like, hey, so-and-so is here from so-and-so. Like, hey, awesome. I would like to ask you questions about your homeland.
I ask questions about the food because, let's face it, food.
Food is very important.
Oh, man. So good.
It was cool. There was somebody I know who was teaching me about Finland, and it was amazing hearing just the things about their culture, hearing things about the country. So I was streaming, and I learned a lot from them.
It's neat. You never know what you're going to learn. So I like it.
Absolutely. And Dasmoose says that guitar giveaway must have been very high-strung.
Poop. That's right up Mr. Scruffy's alley. High-strung.
I like puns. and
Pun Panda is out of the cage. The Pun Panda is out of the cage.
I have to hear it all the time from Mr. Scruffy, so they're great, but sometimes enough is enough.
And I never force puns. I see you added a dog to your family.
We did. That was a little unexpected over the weekend. Yeah, it was probably a bad decision, but it's a good decision. It's one of those that we probably just jumped into it extremely quickly. But we had a rescue at my work last week, and I started finding myself at the shelter and the Humane Society with permission, of course, from Mr. Scruffy. And so we ended up going back on Sunday, and we brought home a little shepherd mix who's currently passed out behind me, which is great.
Nice.
And we've already had to go to the vet twice this week. And he goes back again next week. And so it's been a lot of just not so good things going on too, but he's pretty cool. We decided to call him Book since he's a shepherd mix, and shepherd book from Firefly. See what we did there?
Never watched the show.
Yeah, same.
No clue who you're talking about.
Same.
What? Okay, this cast is over. You're going to go watch Firefly right now.
Okay, everybody, thank you for joining the show.
You're not my real mom.
Sorry, guys. We'll pick it up next week. They've got to go see Firefly. Really?
It's on my list.
Really?
There's just so many good things.
Oh my
to watch.
gosh. Oh man. Jeez. I mean, I didn't actually start watching it until 4 years ago or something, but absolutely obsessed with it. And I think I've bought the series for 3 or 4 different people. If I have to do this for you too, Frazzle Pants, I will. I will get you Firefly and send it to you.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't think it is anymore.
Oh, okay.
I think I can find it for $10. So, dun dun dun.
I don't watch DVDs anymore. I'm all streaming. I don't have a DVD player anymore.
Grrr.
I'm sorry, it's just newfangled technology.
I was about to say, the inner Worgen's really coming out tonight.
It is. My goodness. I've got the sniffling, I've got the growling going on. But no, you need to fix this. I mean, it's space travel and Western all put together. And I don't even really get excited about space shows. And I'm obsessed with it. And I mean, Nathan Fillion, come on!
The last time I saw those two genres collide was in a horrible Oblivion. This was bad. This was really bad.
Well, this is not really bad. Fox was just stupid and canceled it too soon.
Same with Pushing Daisies.
That too.
And it's Joss Whedon. I like Joss Whedon and Dr. Horrible's sing-along blog. And
yay!
Hey, anything Neil Patrick Harris is in is it's instantly great. Though I still need to watch How I Met Your Mother.
That's good. That's a binge worthy one. Challenge accepted. It's legendary.
At least I'm fulfilling my gnome stature by letting people down by falling short of my geek card.
Well, you kind of fall short, period. But that's just because your legs are short and stubby.
Ah!
Oh, where is it?
Ta-da!
There we go. Had to have air horn.
That air horn has got to go.
What air horn?
Slapsgiving. We need a slapsgiving. But no, yeah, we called him Shepherd Book. He was called Kenai in, well, that was his assigned name at the Humane Society, and it just wasn't fitting with me. So Shepherd Book, and then Book for short. So one day he'll actually learn it.
He's like, I hear you talking to me, but I don't know your name, or I don't know what name you're calling me.
Pretty much, yeah. Puppy is so much work.
Yeah.
But he's adorable.
He is adorable. I'm so sorry to everybody following me on Twitter. It's going to be nonstop Book for quite a while.
I'm okay with this.
I'm trying to rein that in.
I'm perfectly okay with this because there's a lot of garbage on Twitter lately.
That's true. That's very true.
Need more doggos.
If you need puppies, you can come swing over to my Twitter or go look at Kilroy's because Huskies. Husky puppies over there.
And I'm trying to post cat pictures on Twitter, so it's a lot of fun.
Cats are fine. Cats are good too. Animals in general.
Yeah.
I have both.
And Das Moose said that you can stream Firefly on Hulu. So
yes. Okay, there you go. There you go, Frazzle. No.
Every time somebody I hear Firefly, I just automatically think of Breaking Benjamin song because it's one of my favorites.
I might have to go cue that.
You should. It's an excellent song.
I feel like I should know that song, but I don't know. Husky puppies, where my friend Kilroy has two. He got another one this past summer, and his name is Sherlock. If Kilroy's puppy wasn't named Sherlock, we probably would have named Book Sherlock. But I didn't want to call him.
You could have named Book Watson.
Yeah, but we just don't feel like he's not the sensible one at the moment. I mean, shepherd puppies are pretty derpy. I mean, when he first came into the room, it's like, ooh, people's trip, somersault, high.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's very derpy, so definitely not a Watson.
Oh man, I'm just thinking of cats and dogs now.
It's like, look, with the hair, put the hair away. It's
Yeah.
gonna collapse. It's too much hair. You will understand that reference when you watch it. You have to watch it now, Basil.
Okay, but I'm leveling my druids, so WoW just came out with a patch.
I love how she's just like pushing this onto you, and I'm just like, nobody gives a damn about me. That's good.
Oh, I'll get to you later. It's coming later.
Firefly, who needs it?
Well, you need it too, but I don't know. I don't know about you yet.
And I see Sirius is a troll.
Oh.
The cat is awesome.
Yeah. Most people come by my stream because the cat likes to hang out there. Everyone's like, oh, he's so chill. He's so great. And Sirius really kind of lives up to his namesake because he's Sirius Cat, like Sirius Black from Harry Potter. So prankster, and he's extremely active. He doesn't look like it on my stream when he's just chilling out on the shoulder and falling asleep. But no, he will not.
Your cat is like part parrot with that shoulder bit.
I don't know. I don't know how that happens.
Is he Siamese?
I don't know how we got a cool cat. No, he's a little tuxedo. He's a little tuxedo rescue cat, and I don't know. Maybe it's just because he grew up with our husky, and our husky was extremely chill or something. I don't know. But this cat has very dog mannerisms. He will lick you. That doesn't really explain the sitting on the shoulder thing, but he licks you. He shakes bed covers like a dog would attack something and shake it. It's weird.
I have that with my cat. My cat was raised by a dog breeder, so I think the cat learned what the dogs were doing while they were at the dog breeder.
Well, Sirius is extremely in heaven because he loves to play, and I feel kind of bad because we've probably gotten Sirius sick too since the dog came home and had this respiratory infection. So now my cat's sniffling, and we'll go get him taken care of. I promise. Take him all to the vet again. And he saw us outside with the dog, and he was like, "Wait, nope, come here, bring that over here." And the moment we brought Book in the house on the leash, here comes Sirius flying through the kitchen. It's like, oh my god, it's for me! Let me hug that thing! And he's just immediately playing with his tail and trying to like bat him and stuff. And they will not leave each other alone. And it makes it very, very hard to train Book because Sirius is going after his tail. He's jumping on me when I'm trying to get the dog to sit and be like, okay, watch me sit. No, Sirius, get off my back. No, go away. No, don't attack his face. And there are videos of him just attacking Book while I'm trying to train the dog. And yeah, that is our life right now.
That's awesome.
And they'll chase each other around. And we were worried that he was going to be, Book was going to hurt him. And Book barely opens his mouth to him, which is great. I hope he stays like that. He's very, very gentle with him. But he has ginormous paws, and Sirius is kind of little. So I feel like he's going to like step on him and squish him. But yeah, Sirius just attacks his face. And if he has too much, he actually latches onto the face. And Book is awesome. Like, oh God, make it let go. I don't know what to do.
He's like a face hugger from Alien.
He really is. So yeah, it's kind of interesting, but he is a huge troll. And everybody's like, oh, Sirius is just so relaxed. I'm like, no, he's butt. He's a straight up butt.
Oh man, animals are amazing.
Never a dull moment in the Scruffy household.
No, I will never sleep ever again. It'll be great.
Who needs sleep?
Not this Morgan, apparently. Possibly.
I love sleep.
I need sleep right after this podcast. I'm going to sleep. and I see you did Heroic Antris. Yeah,
I did last week. I sat out this week since I was running a fever pretty bad and didn't want to. I don't like letting other people down if my reaction times are off. And let's face it, I'm really not a very good druid in the first place. But so I sat out this week. But last week was a lot of fun, and the guys ran it last night in Bridgeport, and they've pretty much got it on farm. I think Agrimar and Arthas still have a few bugs with it, just depending on the makeup and who's running and getting the swap offs correct, and those little flame things getting broke out and going in, and those fights are a mess, but they got it. And as long as I'm not accidentally taunting a boss into the group and screwing things up for everybody, they're good. They're great. But yeah, I think I've got 4-piece now, and Heroic Antaurus is kind of fun and scary and stuff.
It definitely sounds like I know a lot of people that there's a lot to it, and there's a lot of things that I have not done LFR yet. I know LFR's people claim it's a face roll.
It really kind of is if you're running the higher content. I mean, the guys that I run with in Bridge 4 do Mythic, so which is why Heroic is kind of a walk in the park for them. Not so much me, but it's a walk in the park for them.
Yeah.
But every time I go from Heroic and go into LFR, I'm going, wait, where's this mechanic? And it's supposed to do this. And why are there not 30 other things running at me? So I get confused really, really easy in LFR.
Yeah, when it's no one explains mechanics, I end up surviving. So nice. So definitely hope next week you can get over the fever and get back into Antris.
I hope so too. It'd be fun. There's a lot of things I do kind of want to get from there. I do want to finish out the transmog.
Yeah.
The full set. That would be great. I'm so addicted to the transmogs.
And you're close probably to getting ahead of the curve.
I already have it.
Nice.
I do. I have my shiny little mage bird. I got it last week, maybe the week before.
Nice.
No, yeah, the week before last. Yes. They got it the first week it came out, and I could have got it the first week, but I hadn't been there all week, and I wasn't gonna take somebody's spot that had been there all week. So it's no, it's cool. I'll continue sitting out. It's cool. And so I got it 2 weeks later with him. So yay! It was kind of I don't know. Antaurus felt like it was extremely undertuned when they first dropped it. I don't know what they were thinking.
Yeah, it seems like the early bosses were easier, and then when you got to Argus, it was a lot harder.
I don't know, man. Argus was a face roll in normal. That might be just because we had more gear for it, but I don't feel like the top mythic guilds should have been able to clear it in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have been working on it a little bit longer, and I think it's the fact that they didn't really have any problems until the last 2 bosses kind of says that it wasn't really that well thought out. I mean, the mechanics are neat in there, but apparently things don't hit hard enough or something. I don't know. I'm not a developer.
Since it's now out, does the Sword and Silithus show for every character, or does your character have to complete Argus?
That's a really good question. I actually haven't gone out there with anybody except my druid who's got it. So I don't know. I'll have to go check on it all this weekend or something.
I actually might check that out after we're done here.
It sounds good.
I don't even have a level 110 character. I'm so slacking on just regular WoW stuff.
If you it's are. Shame on you. Shame.
Yeah,
I
know. Shame. So if it's gonna show up for anybody, I'd probably be the guy to find that out. What?
I love the sound effects. I'm sorry. I love it. That's great. I'm with Das Moose. What does the shirt say? I need to know.
Oh.
Stoop kids afraid to
leave his stoop. Stoop kids afraid to leave his stoop. From Hey Arnold.
Oh. Okay.
I'm a big Hey Arnold fan.
Well, now we know.
Yes, we do.
It was one of the shows I watched reruns because you could never get enough of it. I mean, because back then you put on the show on TV back when they had schedules. Yeah, kids, TVs used to have schedules, and you couldn't say I want to watch this episode. You had to actually watch whatever episode they were going to air at that time. I mean, it was horrifying. I've got nightmares.
And you had to plan to watch it on certain days of the week at certain times.
Oh, I know. I still remember Cartoon Network was having a contest, and they would call your house for you to win stuff. So one time someone in our family is calling before a wedding, and they call our house, I just say, cartoon, because you're supposed to say it to the Cartoon Network thing, and the person that was like, what? My sister's like taking the phone from me, and she said, I'm sorry.
Oh man.
Memories.
I mean, technically, they still kind of have the episodes, and I don't know. I know we all kind of stream everything and go watch it when it's all done, or go back and rewatch things. But if you do watch it in real time, they do kind of go in sequential order. This week it's this one, this week it's the next.
That is true.
I have to go back and stream everything because I'll miss 3 or 4 weeks and then I can't watch it. That's why I'm behind on Arrow.
This whole thing of live TV, that's a tangent. I'll say that for another episode. So Xortz.
Yo.
So you've also been streaming.
Yeah, I've been doing some stuff over on the Twitch channel. Usual WoW Iron Man. 2018 has not been kind so far. I lost my druid last week. This week, I lost my level 72 Paladin Iron Man.
Oh no!
That was a moment, but I ain't mad about it, man. Because my goal for last year was to get an Iron Man tune into Outlands. I did that. I beat Outlands. I went to Northrend, so I can't be mad. I met my goal and then exceeded it.
Nice.
I'm starting that this weekend, by the way. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to do the thing. I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'm going to try it.
Yeah, you're actually picking a very interesting time to start because with 7.3.5, yeah, the zone scaling, and I have not yet tried it. I might stream a little bit after we're done here to kind of get an idea. My Iron Team's teammate Nisi's been working on a Bloodthirsty under the new zones scaling thing. And it seems like there's some areas where it doesn't really seem to have an effect, but in other areas it does. I'm not I haven't really been paying too much attention. I'm a squirrel. I go in different directions. But one thing we noticed was when she killed a rare, it almost gave her like a full level of XP.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, it was like 1,000 something. I just like, and this was a brand new tune she made to test things out. So you're just watching like her experience bar go.
That would explain why my druid got so much of a XP increase. Because I've killed like 2 rares.
Yeah, it's so. I'm
excited about it.
I haven't taken any of my existing tunes out yet, especially since they're doing another maintenance tomorrow. Which means our Iron Team stream that we do on Friday nights now is not happening because whenever they do maintenance, it's just a rule of thumb, something's gonna break. Yeah. So we're gonna skip doing Iron Teams tomorrow night just to play it safe. We're gonna let whatever bugs are still there get worked out over the weekend.
Yeah, it sounds like they've been investigating things.
Yeah, I mean, every patch day it happens. And I actually want to bring something up about that.
Absolutely.
I didn't have a chance to put it into the agenda, but somebody tweeted something out that I think needs to be communicated in regards to the community and how they react to these things.
Absolutely. So. And I'll definitely join that because I've been, I'm probably along the same lines as you.
Yeah. So, aside from that, Stardew Valley, got back into The Sims recently, streamed that. PUBG, which I have a love-hate relationship with.
That is a buggy game.
Yeah, although according to them, it's eSports ready. Sure it is. But me and my compadre Stone, who is the curator of the WoW Challenges website and one of the hosts of the WoW Challenges podcast and Adventures in Azeroth, I've been doing a couple of duo games in the morning, and we've discovered we're equally terrible. We have not fared well. We've been murdered horribly repeatedly.
That would be me.
Yeah, me
I actually
too.
did a solo game today that was going well. I, parachuted out of the plane into the Russia map. I landed in a spot with nobody around me. I was in the safe zone. I found great loot in the houses. I had a great gun, great armor, great helmet, level 3 backpack. The zone moved a little, so I was like, okay, I gotta get there. So I get there, no problems, didn't get shot at, nobody tried to run me over. And I get into the zone, and there's this house. All the doors are closed. I kind of creep around the outside. I'm looking in the windows. I don't see anybody. I go in. There's still some pretty good stuff in there. I'm like, awesome. This house hasn't been looted. I go up to the second floor, and somebody crouching in a corner behind the stairs just lights me up, and it scared the ever-loving crap out of me. Like, I literally jumped in my chair, expletive deleted, and I actually had to walk away because I was like, oh my God, like, it was a jump scare like a horror game. I just, woo!
Surprise, you're dead.
No, because, like, I'm sitting there and, like, whenever I go into a house, I have a habit of I'll just go in the door, I'll shut the door, and I'll, like, have my shotgun because it's going to be close quarters, and I'll just listen because people tend to move around. You can hear them moving. Nothing. Whoever did this saw me coming, and they just sat there and waited and waited and waited and waited and waited.
Wow, that takes patience.
Yeah. So the minute I got to the top of the stairs, I didn't have a chance to look around. I was just lit up, and it scared the Jesus out of me.
Now, were you streaming at the time?
No, PUBG, I have a lot of problems trying to stream. I don't know if it's an OBS setting or a game setting. I've been trying different stuff, and it always comes out looking laggy, choppy, and crappy.
Well, and I could see if you were playing that, somebody could join your map and be seeing where you are with a 30-second delay. But
that's why I have a delay. There's a delay on my stream, so
delay that.
Yeah, because doing Iron Man, I don't give out what server I'm on, although sometimes you do see it on the stream. But I have a good 30 to 45-second delay in there, so that nobody can actually catch up to me. If somebody's actually going to take the time to try and stream snipe me, I'm actually going to be a little flattered because I ain't that big of a channel. I'll be like, they're watching.
In today's episode, Xortz gets popular.
Yes. Everybody, twitch.tv/Xortz the Goblin.
Free promotion? I'll take it.
Well, that'll be $20.
Yeah, I'll have my people call your people.
And just get them a couple pints. It'll be fine. More caffeine. More caffeine for Frazzle Pants.
Yes.
Frazzle Pants.
But I mean, today I've been eating Zicam and cough drops because I've been downing those all day. Now, not like every minute. I look at what the directions are on the medicine, so I'm being safe with the medication, but I keep medicating all day. I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning with like a sore throat, and I was like, oh no, sore throat. Like, what about the podcast? That was my first thought. So
it's really going around, man. It's bad.
It sounds like it. I mean, because it sounds like it. I mean,
I got it. You got it. Some of my viewers are getting. Yeah, it's everywhere. The dogs got it.
Yeah, I slept earlier after one of my friends suggested I sleep, but I set like alarms on my Echo, on my phone. I set all the alarms I could because I don't want to sleep through the podcast. But I got like a little bit of sleep. Though this week I had my first duck donut.
I've been dying to hear about that all week, by the way.
Oh, it was so good. So on my walking path, it is a horrible walking path because it goes by a Menchie's frozen yogurt. It goes by a Starbucks. It goes by a Duck Donuts. I found out on last Saturday when I was over my sister's that there's a Duck Donuts near us. I was like, okay, so Sunday I'm walking. I walk in. It was like $1.45. So these are not cheap donuts, but I got a bacon with maple syrup and a crumble on it. Oh, it was so good. It was hot. It was gooey. Oh, and then Tuesday night, someone brought a half dozen home, and we split it up. Really got like Oreo, mint. Oh,
So are these like cake donuts, or are they like the Krispy Kreme type of donuts that are like flaky?
These are a vanilla donut. So I think it is like a cake donut because it's it's round, but it has it's substantial. So it stands under all the gooiness that you put on top of it. It stands, but it was so good. I'm gonna have to tell myself to not go there.
We have a couple donut places where we are that are kind of, they specialize like that. One of them, their signature donut is the maple bacon donut, and they do like themed donuts and stuff. I don't know if you've seen the picture going around of the donuts that are Doctor Who themed, like Lime Lord and the TARDIS. That came from one of our donut places, and I was so mad when they started doing that because I didn't live in the state. And my friends would link that to me all the time. It's like, I need a donut hole. But I should have put this down because I just this made me think of it. The other place that does the themed donuts like that, they made a Tide Pod donut, and I'm really not sure how I feel about that.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
Can I just say, last Sunday, I had no clue what Tide Pods were. So Saturday night, I'm like, researching this. I'm like, people are seriously doing this? I mean, I watched a compilation video. I wasn't trying to give them views, but I was just like so intrigued what this was, and I'm looking at them like, oh, that just like I was feeling sick in my stomach just watching this.
I don't get it. I don't know why people are that stupid.
I don't think we'll ever understand. I think. But so yeah, so this,
I don't know.
And a Tide Pod looking donut. I mean, that's almost
they've frosted it like a Tide Pod, and I keep seeing all these memes that are quote unquote making fun of it. But I just feel like, if people are stupid enough to eat Tide Pods, they're gonna see these memes and be like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna go eat the Dippin' Dots thing. And
I saw that today.
I feel like it's glorifying it. If people are dumb enough to eat it, why are you encouraging them? Grr.
One of the Tide Pods did look like Colgate toothpaste.
Ugh.
Yeah. I don't like eating toothpaste.
Yes, that would be one of them in Discord. Why are they eating Tide Pods when there's pink cotton candy in the walls? And it's Have
you seen the Ajax?
Why? Why?
Have you seen the Ajax one?
Yeah, oh God, yes.
Wait, people are eating insulation in Ajax now? Oh
no. It's kind of mocking
They're like,
Tide Pod kids.
Oh.
It's like, I can't believe you're just now doing Tide Pod when there's cotton candy in the walls.
Yeah, there's a photo floating around Twitter, Facebook, and whatnot of a can of Ajax. Some of it's on a counter. Some of it's been sprinkled out and cut into lines like cocaine. It's like, y'all still doing Tide Pods?
Is this because we stopped washing kids' mouths out with soap when they were being sassy? Is this why they just don't know that they can't eat Tide Pods? Is this why?
Yeah. Or we're just not teaching kids things anymore. And I think we aren't teaching kids things anymore. I think we're not talking with kids on why they shouldn't do things. I did the Ice Bucket Challenge, but I knew before I did it, the risks. I was going to be cold, and I did it in the middle of August. I did it outside.
And granted, there are plenty of videos with the Ice Bucket Challenge where things failed spectacularly, like people using the forklift or like the buckets and the lifts and stuff to dump on people. And of course, they end up dropping the bucket and hitting people in the head with it, or, slipping and hitting themselves, or, yeah. I mean, they're funny and they got hurt, but I mean, still, the whole idea of that challenge was that ice bucket is kind of, it's not really going to hurt you. You're going to be cold and you're doing a good thing.
My personal favorite one of those was President Bush. Like, I'm just going to write the check, and then his wife dumps a bucket on him. That was great.
Nice.
I think I liked Misha Collins, where he's like in the bathtub of ice. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. It's great.
Yeah.
And I definitely donated with the Ice Bucket Challenge because I wasn't going to do it and not do what it was for.
Mm-hmm.
And sorry, someone else got me thinking about the straight arm challenge. Have you seen that one?
No.
So in the same discussion about the Tide Pods, we were someone showed me a video of these people, and they're not just outside, but some of them are in stores. They're in places where they're not the ones who are going to be cleaning up. It's going to be an employee who's cleaning up, which I think is that part I hate. I mean, the whole challenge I think is stupid, but like they're holding these things above their head and trying to pour it into their mouth, and it's like, how dumb can you be?
Oh my goodness!
And I saw one of hot sauce, and the guy's like, my eye! Ah! It's like, duh! You're putting the hot sauce up. You don't expect it to get in your eye. I'm just.
Oh my goodness!
Kids need creative outlets. Kids need to start podcasts. Kids need to start streaming, doing YouTube and stuff like that.
I wouldn't do YouTube.
No, I mean, if you're doing stupid things like that, then you probably shouldn't be doing stupid things like that and getting other people to do stupid things like that. So please don't stream that.
No, not those, but doing
something constructive.
Yeah. Creating art, streaming a video game, creating something. Just do something productive with your life, kids, please.
Read a book.
Yes.
Yeah, you keep doing things like this, you're going to make me feel like a crotchety old woman because I don't understand.
Yeah. On a better note, Convert to Raid, the guild just turned 5.
Yay! Can you adopt me? Because I like that guild. They're great.
Absolutely. You just need a level 15 on CTR, or on not CTR. They don't yet have their own server. Go to Airy Peak. I mean, Airy Peak is pretty much CTR, so we almost.
That's true.
It's like 7,500 people. The website now has a updated list of how many characters are in the guild. But yeah, just make a level 15 on Airy Peak, and the guild will bring you in.
I'm always lurking over in their server and just like watching everybody and following, and it's like I like these people. I don't really want to leave where I am, but I like these people.
You can make it all. I mean, you don't have to leave. You can make. But yeah, they were doing their anniversary event, and I've wanted to do this. I don't care about doing the Horde version of this, but I finally got the Alliance achievement for killing the Horde faction leaders.
I'm jealous because I still don't have that one.
I have been trying to get that for years on the Horde side, and I can never find a group.
CTR is going to be doing it in the summer, I just saw. But it was just one of these, I had nothing to do on Sunday, and it was like the perfect time. My dance wasn't happening on Sunday, so I was like, I'm adding this to my calendar. So it was fun. Like we dive bombed in, got the achievement, and then left. And it took us like maybe 2 hours at the most.
I think
I
only have the Ogrimmar one. I think that's the only one I have because there were tons of groups going on Cenarian Circle, like right when they started making the Cross Realm a thing. And we discovered that putting a group with everybody from different servers, they would get locked out of Ogrimmar because you could only have your own server.
Yeah,
it was so bad.
We were all from Airy Peak, so it worked there.
Yeah, trying to find a group on WRA was a pain in the ass too.
Yeah, I did it on my Shadow Priest, and I kept pulling Garrosh, and he was not a happy camper.
I tried to join one a year ago, like we were trying to go into the Undercity, and the group just disbanded because there was no leader to it.
I might have to go join CTR for the summer.
Absolutely. I like anybody who joins CTR, so I love the guild. It's a great community, and Pat Crane has even created a podcast and streaming area on their server, and like they give tips and things like that. So it's a great community. I jokingly call Pat Dad.
I'll probably show up and they'll be like, "Oh God, it's this guy. We've heard about him."
It was cool. On one of the streams, I was like, "Hey, Dad. Oh, hi, Fraz." So
Fraz will be like, "No, guys, he's okay," and they're like, "No, get out."
Yeah. Hey, Xortz is great. Just
we don't take goblins. You can't do that here.
We also got a few Legion Hero achievements for like the glory of the Legion Hero. Cordana Fellsong is a troll. There's an achievement for that one that you can't use
she's such a jerk.
She is. And in this one, you can't use the light to see where like her her people are going to be like, she has like those ghost lines that are coming through in the dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like, so you go here, you have to keep watching to see where the next opening is, but you can't see it as it's coming toward you. And like, we thought, oh, we're good. Oh, nope, we failed. But after like 5 or 6 attempts, we finally got it. That's an achievement. I don't have the achievement, but I've got quite a few of the metas underneath it.
Nice. That's good.
Started learning how to use TSM finally. I had been putting off doing that for a long time just because TSM 3 is very confusing and complicated. I mean, the interface is. So I watched a guide by Hazelnut Nutty Games, and it was a great guide. I need to watch the other videos because she goes further in depth on different things, but I'm now selling things on all my characters. So I'm starting to make money. Yeah.
Hooray!
Money's good. We like money.
Absolutely.
Time is money, friend.
And selling gold, getting rid of my bag space. It's even though now I have four more slots.
Yeah, I didn't do that.
I did it just because it's...
I probably should do that since y'all make fun of me about my bag space.
Oh, you want to talk about not having bag space? Try being a role player before they implemented that new transmog tab.
I was totally there. I was
My
there.
God, especially like when one of the trademarks of the actual Xortz character was he was always horribly dressed in clashing colors and considered himself a goblin fashion plate. My bags would be full of like all kinds of garbage.
Oh man. Yeah, I had that on my rogue. I had like different pieces from Blackrock Depths, and she had her like pirate shirt, and she had her black pants, not the mage weave leggings. She was not that type of elf.
I mean, not that type. Oh wait, wrong race.
No, she was only dancing on a mailbox once, and that was because she was extremely drunk.
Yo,
her husband beat her off of there. So
yay! Where was I when this was happening?
I don't know.
I guess I'm
way back in vanilla.
Oh, vanilla! I wasn't playing yet.
Yeah, well then there you go. There you go. You weren't born yet, Xortz.
Baby Xortz.
True. Imagine baby Xortz. Oh my God.
I'm a vanilla player.
You were a fleeting thought in Blizzard's mind at that point.
This is true.
But now you're part of us. One of us.
One of us.
I'm okay with this.
What if Xortz was one of us?
Oh God. I need to start doing parodies. Yeah. I need to start doing parodies.
I'm actually working on 2 right now. Mr. Scruffy and I are working on 2.
Nice.
We're gonna do some alternative WoW parodies. So we're pretty excited about that.
I like parodies.
I do too. I'm really addicted to them. I think they're great. They're fun. They're very clever.
So let's move into, speaking of all the stuff you're doing, like streaming and stuff, Scruffy. At Frazzlecast, we like to get to know our guests.
Oh dear.
Yes. So, who is the Scruffy Druid? From what I've been picking up, you are a VO artist, a voiceover, Twitch streamer, and you have a new puppy, which we covered. Your Twitter bio is streamer, voice artist, writer, RPer, PvPer, raider, and soulbound to @Applejuice, an all-around Scruffy Druid lady.
Yes, that would be correct.
Nice.
Well,
what do you really want to know?
Now that we know everything.
Which of that do you really want to know about?
What games or projects has your voice been in?
Actually, I'm not a game voiceover artist. I'm one of those people that teaches you how to do stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So if you've ever had like training videos to teach you how to do things for work, I do a lot of that. I do a lot of e-learning modules. I did do some stuff for Xbox a while back, but that was like ages ago. But I taught people how to do math. I do radio commercials. I do some TV commercials, and I've also worked in radio off and on for, God, how old am I now? About 13 years now. I've done some medical recording, and oh gosh, who was messaging earlier on Twitter about SMEs? I actually just did a video about SMEs. Like, gosh, what are they? And it keeps following me because a friend of mine sent me that she was being referred to as Smee, and all she could think of was Smee from Peter Pan. And when they sent me the script for Smee, they literally sent me a picture of Smee from Peter Pan and said, "Pronounce this like this character here, but it's Smee."
Mr.
Like,
Smee.
specialist management something. I don't know. I don't even remember now because I talk way too much. So that's why I get easily derailed. I talk all the time.
I get derailed too. Squirrel.
So, yeah. So I talk a lot. That's what I do. I lock myself in a closet and talk to myself.
That sounds like me.
I also work full time at a radio station, and I
Nice.
do things. I try to do things. I try to do a lot of things. It's a wonder I even get to stream.
So, do you sleep?
I try to. I think I average maybe like 4 or 5 hours a night. I'm sorry.
Same as me. Okay.
I should sleep more.
I thought I slept more.
Who has pants on? I still have pants on. Emma.
I've got my pajamas on. That's about it.
Yeah, me too. I've got my pajamas on.
Sorry, Chad. See? This is like proof that I don't ever sleep. I'm like,
I'm still wearing normal everyday clothes.
That's right.
That's the one thing I like about my job is I get to wear sweatpants all the time. I have worn jeans like once in the last 3 weeks. It's been wonderful.
I am jealous.
I could go to work in my onesie or my Gryffindor sweatpants. I would be a happy Scruffy. I would love to go to work in my sweats.
I've got Gryffindor pajamas and actually 2 pairs of Gryffindor pajamas.
Hooray! Yay!
I just got a sweat jacket on and a black and red pair of plaid.
One of these days, I'll stream in my dragon onesie, and it'll be amazing. Or
oh my god, yes! Do it. Do it tomorrow.
It even has a tail. I love it.
I need that in my life. I didn't know that until now, but I need that in my life.
All right, I'll make it happen sometime.
Yes.
Did you happen to score the Murloc onesie?
I do not have the Murloc onesie. I didn't really understand the amazingness of onesies until my friends made me try on a TARDIS onesie just for fun. I was like, this is awesome. Where has this been my entire life? And so
we got a guy at work.
The TARDIS onesie started it all.
We got a guy at work who showed up one day in a Chicago Blackhawks onesie, and it was just like, I don't care. He's like, I'm warm, I'm good.
That's great.
And we were just like, okay.
I need like a big husky one or a big wolf one now. So I've got my dragon onesie and I got my TARDIS onesie. So I need a big fluffy wolf one.
I need to look these up. I don't own
so
one.
Much,
I might have to connect to the cult.
So much better than Snuggies. Like, I am a serious hater of the Snuggies for some reason. I just think they're silly.
Is a horrible thing.
But onesies, I'm all over it now. I'm there. I'm on that train.
I need to get a onesie.
Oh my god. Camouflage, green camo, micropolar fleece, adult footy pajamas.
Oh, can you put that in
watch
chat?
Firefly first and then get a onesie.
A Wolverine onesie?
There's a Wolverine onesie?
Yes!
Oh my gosh!
Does it have the claws?
Right.
Hold on. I'm gonna link this in chat.
See, my Dargan onesie, I bought the slippers to go with it. So I have like little Dargan head slippers and it's great. It's all cute and comfy and everything. So
I'm linking this in the Discord chat.
I'm going to have to buy that. Wow. That is awesome.
Oh, wow. That's great.
Batman Kigurumi onesie pajama with a cape and a cowl.
It's the yellow spandex one from the series.
Hell yeah.
Were you expecting yellow spandex?
I might have to join the onesie.
From voiceovers to onesies. So versatile. It's called a sleeping bag.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen like the mummy sleeping bags?
Yes.
That would terrify me. I feel like I wouldn't be able to move around.
Yeah. We really do need to get new sleeping bags. Ours are so old. We need to really update our camping gear. I'm hoping Book's going to be really good with camping because we like to camp. We like to fish. And we'd like to take our animals with us. But, you never know. You never know until you get out there. So it would be awesome. But I don't know.
He either likes it or he's terrified. Like, what's that?
Yeah.
I'm betting he'll like it. And before we head into the other part of the agenda, I want to point out a cool thing that you're a member of Girl Streamers Inc.
Yes, I am. They are super, super cool, and a huge reason why I actually stream, because I had talked myself out of streaming so many times. And I had a friend build me a wonderful, amazing gaming computer, because I've always gamed on a laptop that could barely handle Warcraft. And he's like, you should really stream. You should do it. You should do the thing. And I got it. And then I talked myself out of streaming. And then I kind of met some of these girl streamers like Nymphadora and Carice. And they're like, well, you're a chick and you should stream. And if you've got questions, come hang out with us. And there's so many different people in this community that do so many different things that it's awesome to see. It really kind of makes you feel like you can do just about anything there. And I love getting to watch some of these girls play Overwatch or go play bass. One of my favorite ones to watch is Music Chick, who plays guitar and bass. She does Rocksmith. She also does cross stitch, which is so cool. And so, yeah, I really geek out about these girls, and they've been a huge wealth of knowledge to start streaming.
Nice.
And make me feel like I could be one. So yay. Yeah, Girl Streamers. Yay!
What's their website or their Twitter?
Yeah, at Girl Streamers.
I need to start. I need to start a stream team.
Do the thing.
Just call it the Hot Mess.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I'd be over there.
Because anybody that's watched my stuff knows it's a you-know-what show.
Yeah. Every Friday night for BGs and Brews. Right into the hot mess right there.
Update from Kawaii Monster on Twitch. They checked Silithus with a fresh 110 and there's no sword. So it sounds like you have to unlock it on that character.
Okay.
I imagine that it might actually officially unlock once the full storyline comes out, because I believe the full storyline is not out yet. Obviously, we don't have the battleground yet. Which they say it's going to be unlocked a little bit later. I think we had maybe 5 quests. So
I think they're trying to also change what they did with Argus, because I mean, I kind of felt this with when they released the final wing of LFR for the Tumos Argyris. I wanted to go into LFR Wing 4 of that one and have Argus appear in the sky, but when that wing opened, everybody got Argus in the sky. So I think maybe they're trying to improve what they did there.
Mm-hmm. That's a possibility. I do actually like the releasing of the quests, kind of like that. What I really liked was in Miss of Pandaria when we had Throne of Thunder, and we were kind of all working towards that, and it went a couple weeks between the content. I feel like everything has kind of been rushed with Argus, and I hope they don't quite do that with this, but maybe the Argus kind of bugged me so much just because of how easy Antorus seemed. It seemed like we finished Antorus before we had gotten everything. It was just strange to me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I felt like there should have been more, I guess. Like 3 weeks, okay, you're done. And now you're going to be stuck in Antorus forever.
Until the next expansion, yeah.
Right. Which allied race are you guys planning on leveling first, if any, from Kawaii?
Iron Dwarves.
Oh, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it. I still don't have a 110, so I should probably get on that.
I don't know. If I play an allied race, it's not going to be until mostly through BFA. Because I'll be stuck on my druid.
Look, I'm still a little disappointed. I had my heart set on Murlocs, and it didn't happen. I would play the living hell out of a Murloc, and it would be wonderful.
Oh, Murloc. I'm going back to
Xortz lock, man. Murgle Xortz.
Coffee! Coffee!
Beer!
I can't wrap my brain around that. I just can't.
I'm terrified now. I can just see these being like a goblin creation. I will say, if the BFA stuff for pre-order opens up and Iron Dwarf is not one of the ones that's part of the pre-order, I'll probably do one of the Alliance ones that is part of the pre-order.
I'm pretty stuck on the High Mountains antlers. Those are pretty awesome. So if I play one, I'm probably going to go a High Mountain Torrent, which will make so many people happy.
I need to do research here.
I need to be Horde. Or I need to be Alliance. That was not a Freudian slip.
Make a decision. Whose side are you on?
Alliance. I stand for variant.
That's right.
I'm upset that the High Mountain and the Nightborn went with Horde. I mean, it makes sense. Kinda.
It does.
I don't know, man.
I am kind of.
I just don't know.
I think it's neat that they gave us. Well, I mean, I liked the High Mountain tribe, but the Tanakh were there first, or were they the Tanakh? Yeah, the ones that were out in Northrend, they were there first.
Oh, the Tanaka or whatever.
Yeah, Tonkas, the Buffalo people.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be cool. I mean, but I think with them doing allied races now, it's also kind of opening the door for them to add more later.
Yeah,
So,
possible.
Like Mechan
I know the
elves.
majority of my
Murlocs,
friends are going Void Elves.
Murlocs. I want Murlocs so bad.
Murlocs would be fun, and especially because they've added Murloc quests. I could see them adding it. It would just be. I could possibly see.
I know, and
Murlocs.
plus they did like a really big character update to the Murloc models, so that's why I was like, "Are we getting Murlocs?"
I feel like they would have to change so many animations, especially since you've got Murky and Heroes of the Storm, and the majority of the things that he can do is basically poop out slime and throw fish.
I'm okay with all of that.
I would be okay with like a Murloc priest throwing fish at people to heal them. Be like, here you go.
Healing Trout.
Slap you in the face with a trout.
What are you going to do? Hit me in the face with a fish.
Yes. Whoa.
Trout slapping is the DPS spec.
Nice.
The sunfish
Wow.
the sunfish will be the healing.
Oh my gosh, it'll be like a rogue Murloc and a dual wielding fish.
Oh god. Blizzard,
Well,
I know
this
you're
escalated
listening. Get on
quickly.
it. Make it happen.
But I think but hasn't the speculation been for years that it was going to be Naga was playable
Yeah,
race? It
like the
seemed
whole South Seas expansion that has been, this rumor's been going on for so long, and it's like, is it ever gonna happen? I mean, we're getting Kultiras, which was part of that idea. And I don't know where this South Seas expansion idea started from. I don't know if it was fan created or if somebody like data mined something and thought, oh my god, this is what we're getting.
Gotta get
But
away
it's
from
like-
Jaina being a Dreadlord. We gotta put that to rest, man. We gotta squash that.
Oh, I think we will once we go to Kulturas.
Yeah. I mean, I actually thought Garrosh was a Dreadlord.
I could see that.
Just the way, like, that whole character arc suddenly took that violent turn.
My thoughts
was-
about Garrosh are not PG for this stream.
I think meaning
'Cause, I
poopy
mean,
head.
he went from being, in Burning Crusade, I'm Garrosh, I'm a depressed little orc, to I want to fight out, to like, I am my father's son, I will fight. And then, then by Cataclysm, he's like, kill everything. And I'm just sitting here like, did the real Garrosh die in Northrend and a Dreadlord assume his body? What's going on here? That would have made more sense to me than Garrosh just being dumb Garrosh.
I don't know. I mean, he went super power hungry, and I do like the storyline that they had for him in Missa Pandaria. But I think I just started to hate that dude more and more and more because we spent so much time in Siege of Orgrimmar, and just that's why I go back and I beat him in the face every week in Siege of Orgrimmar on Mythic.
But now we have a real war chief. Although I would have loved Vol'jin to have more time.
Yeah, I wish I would have got to see more of his story unfold in Missa Pandaria.
But I mean, Vol'jin just made an ash of himself.
How so? Explain.
No, because he's now in an urn, so
Oh.
he died.
Get off the stage.
Okay.
Where's my hook? Yank you off. Rooster said Jaina ain't no Dreadlord except in HOTS. That is my favorite skin. I totally played Jaina just to play that skin.
I love how Blizz trolled us on that one too. I don't
Yes.
play HOTS, but I saw that and I'm like, oh god, the fanboy.
No, did you see the entry in Chronicles? This is
Yeah.
Jaina Proudmoore, see Dreadlord.
Yes.
They trolled us hard. They're either that or there's something that's going to happen in BFA that's going to make that the reality.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm
it's
not getting my
surprise.
hopes up though.
Maybe Sylvanas is the Dreadlord. I mean, she was BFFs.
I don't know.
with
I think Jaina just went bat crap crazy
well,
after
she did
Theramore. I think she just finally said, screw it.
No, I think Jaina just had to take some time away just to kind of rethink and think things through.
Well, I'm just glad that, with Jaina kind of losing her mind for a little bit and becoming like super anti-Horde, has finally killed off the damn Thrall Jaina love child crap.
I really wish they would have developed more of the Kalik and Jaina in the game, because that's going on outside and the other stuff. And I like the Jaina storyline, and I understand, at least from the game perspective, why she's gone crazy, why she's off the deep end, and I totally get the hating for the Horde. I get that. Especially if you've played through the entire Miss of Pandaria line and gone through all the betrayal and stuff. But the thing that drives me nuts about it is because in the books, she starts to get over it. And then suddenly like a switch flips and then she's just crazy again. I don't get it. Like, she was moving past it and then all of a sudden she's back to like psycho. It's kind of like, it's that's how I also feel about Cordana. How exactly did Cordana get to where she was from helping us all out in Warlords? Like, what did I miss? Did I miss some crucial point? I don't know.
I think we are moving into, I still have the theory that part of what Battle for Azeroth is for us to finally put down our factions. I think we're going to go into Battle for Azeroth, the beginning of it. So Horde versus Alliance, rar, rar, rar. And then I think halfway through, we're going to kind of realize the fact that we are really no different from each other. I mean, Bane and Anduin are actually pretty good friends from what I've been seeing and hearing.
They have a good respect for each other. They have a very deep respect for each other.
There's stuff I'm seeing, but I'm not going to go any further. I don't want to get into the spoiler territory.
I am not a fan of that idea. I want all out war between the two factions. I want this expansion to just be that. I want raids for each faction where one racial leader dies.
Sylvanas.
For endgame. I don't care. I love Sylvanas, but you know what? She's got her own agenda. She might be all for the Horde right now, but I'm telling you, man, there's plague bombs out there somewhere.
Yeah.
I think she's going to use that for her own agenda. I mean, I think she's going to make enough enemies in this next one that I think she better watch out.
I just want the defining factor of why we break again. It better be a really good reason, because we did not just spend how long working together to take down the Legion to suddenly just hate each other. Like, there better be a giant catalyst, and I don't mean like some of the spoilers that we've seen.
Well, yeah, like
those the big events against each other. But I mean, what leads up to that? It better be darn good.
Yeah, like Warlords of Draenor.
Yeah.
We storm the portal together. We go into Draenor. Maybe not the best of friends, but on a unified front. And then suddenly for Legion, during their release for that, they're just like, well, the Horde and Alliance are at each other's throats again. And it's like, can you explain that? And they're like, no.
Yeah. A lot of that stuff I know kind of happens in the books and stuff. So I'm really excited to see what the book between the expansions is going to be. But that also drives me nuts in game that there's no, it just kind of happens.
Yeah, there's no,
we just kind of have to go with it. So. And it makes it hard for RP at least. So
yeah, I'm going to move us into 7.3.5. Not going to go over all of it.
Yeah, I just want to, before we get into the meats and bones of this, the maintenance the other day for that.
Absolutely.
So it was a long maintenance because it's a pretty big patch. A lot of changes coming in. With zone scaling and all the work that had to go into that. And in typical fashion, if maintenance lasts more than 2 hours, people flip tables and start screaming about how they pay a subscription for this game and now they can't play it. They want blah, 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 blah.
Obviously, they have not played the game long enough to understand maintenance being down.
Yeah.
Vanilla.
So check this out, man. Epic Insanity, who's part of the Frozen Nerds podcast, broke this down monetarily. All right, and I got this off his Twitter, and all credit to Epic Insanity. Go follow him. He's a informative and fun dude.
Compliment his beard,
but
yeah, great beard.
I enjoy following him.
Yeah.
So here's the tweet. Here's some Warcraft math for you. 30 days of WoW time is $15. 15 divided by 30 is 50 cents per day. 24 hours in a day. So 50 divided by 24 is 0.0208 cents per hour. 12-hour maintenance costs you 25 cents. Stop crying. Stop asking for a refund. For 13 years, the sub cost has never increased. Okay, so you lost a quarter of U.S. money for 12 hours of maintenance. What are you going to do with that quarter, knucklehead?
Oh, wait.
You can't even, there's no such thing as a gumball machine anymore, so you can't even use it there.
But Xortz.
And I have a quarter in my hand.
Tomorrow.
That's what 12 hours cost you.
There's another maintenance. So that's actually 50 cents.
50 cents.
I know.
Oh, no.
God.
I know.
Devil's advocate, though. How long or how much of their gold farming time was cut into from maintenance so that way they could pay or buy the token off the auction house, since a ton of people don't actually pay the dollars for it. They do the gold. And I'm convinced that in game, it is way more expensive and time consuming to farm the gold to pay for the WoW time.
Yeah.
So maybe they're just upset that they didn't get like 100,000. That's like 8 hours they missed of getting 100,000 gold or something.
Well, then why would they be asking for a refund?
Well,
because they didn't actually spend any money on it.
Because these kids that are eating Tide Pods did not take economics.
Apparently not. So here it is, guys. There's your maintenance.
And tomorrow.
I'm dropping it twice for
a quarter.
Since there's one
Call
tomorrow.
Someone who cares.
Tell your story walking. I don't want to hear it.
Yes. So Tuesday, when there was maintenance, I had stuff going on in the morning. So when I get to the time where I could be playing WoW, I'm like, okay, WoW is down. So what do? I work on the Fraz report. I work on Be Great Today. I work on other things outside the game. I'm just saying.
Book.
Yeah.
I was working, so I wouldn't have been able to get on
I was sleeping
after work. So
I used my time effectively. I slept.
Day not interrupted. And you know what? I don't even usually play the first patch day because all my add-ons are broken. And yeah, no, that's just no fun. I need like an extra day so the add-ons are updated and then I can get in and play with Titan Panel and stuff.
Yeah. And Rooster in the Discord chat does bring up a good point. They have given a day, they have kind of reimbursed, maybe not reimbursed, but said, okay, we're not going to charge you for a day of your time due to long ad. Because I remember when Warlords launched, how broken that was.
Oh, yeah.
I sat in a queue one time, literally for 6 hours.
I think they did that a lot in Vanilla and BC as well, where they would just add on an extra day to your time because, again, sometimes things don't work. And as we've seen with 7.3.5, there's been a couple things that have happened that they weren't really anticipating, and which is why we're getting maintenance tomorrow so they can try to fix some of that.
Number one, no, you're not getting a refund. Number two, tell you what, if you think it's so easy, build an MMO and tell me how smooth your crap goes on launch day.
With millions of players that stays up for 13 years and is constantly...
You deal with the customer support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean...
I'm going to say this. I love Blizzard customer support.
Me too.
They are fantabulous. You want bad customer support? Deal with EA. Deal with SWTOR. Because during one of their expansions, the class storyline quests broke. I put in a ticket. I got an answer a month later.
I had the same thing with a single player EA game, but I had the same thing.
Yep. So people sit there, oh, Blizzard CS is the worst. Deal with EA. Deal with BioWare. Then come back and tell me EA's or Blizzard's the worst.
And I'm going to preempt the only thing I can already imagine, because I know people who have had those bad experiences with any customer service. There will be bad experiences. I'm not going to deny that. No company's perfect, but overall, I had one person who wasn't able to get their Legion boost because of stuff, and Blizzard would not give them. I mean, there was stuff with that overall they are great, and I think 7.3.5 overall as a system update is great. I know it has bugs, but they're working on that. But I had put a druid. It was like level 4 or 8. I'm trying to remember where, but before BlizzCon. Then when BlizzCon announced level scaling, I put it on hold. I brought my druid out of my holding pattern. That's a bad druid fun. But I brought it out and I I leveled up to 18, got the travel form. I'm actually really enjoying Balanced Druid. It's fun, like calling things down, and it has like dots and stuff like that. So I'm gonna keep playing, but I'm currently doing Westfall, and it's fun being able to just continue the storyline and not to be like, oh, I got to move on.
Yeah, I mean, this patch had a lot of changes to it. I mean, just looking at the notes here, I'm like, my head hurts. This is why I don't read patch notes anymore.
And we're not going to go through all of them. I breaking news. I know it's probably going to be out of the way by the time this launches, but Blizzard has said that the Mist of Pandaria and Warlords raid boss issues will be fixed. In fact, Wildhead just put out a news alert while we were on the show that the fix is on PTR.
Honestly, it seemed like that was probably the only really horribly bad thing that went wrong for folks. And I mean, and that's stuff that it's old content, you know?
What I've been getting through hearsay is compared to previous patches and stuff on PTR, this one, from what I'm hearing, and I could be completely wrong about this, and if I am, please correct me, that there wasn't a whole lot of participation happening. So a lot of things that could have been fixed slipped through the cracks.
Yeah.
Is what I've gotten.
I mean, I admit I downloaded PTR, but I did not play it. So, I mean, I admit I'm part of that problem. I didn't help with it. And Ro was talking on Twitter about incentivizing, but he made a good point. What do you incentivize?
That's where I saw some of it was from Ro.
This one was 84 days. I counted it because I have a Fraz report on that coming out tomorrow. But yeah, so I think that they delayed it a little bit because they wanted to work on the systems, and I think things didn't work out. But overall, I've been impressed with it. I mean, and what I'm hearing about the hot fixes they're bringing in. But I love the level scaling. I know that's a contested issue because there's some people who hate how long it takes to level. I like that I don't have to min-max. I had an add-on in the past patches to level alts that would tell me, go here, go here, go here. Okay, now you level enough, go to this zone. I like that I can now stay in a zone till I reach a level, and then I go on to the next zone.
Yes, I'm very excited to see that. We were talking about it last night a bit when we were looking at some of the new stuff, because I'm one of those people that I really want to finish the storyline and then move on to something else. And that would drive me nuts, especially when they added in heirlooms. You would get maybe like a quarter of the way through the zone, and then you'd be out leveled. Like you would just have out leveled the zone, and then you have to jump to something else. So yeah, I'm excited to go through and if I have the time, that's actually the thing I'm very excited about with the Iron Man is that I'm going to get to see.
Yeah, because that changes. A lot of us have set leveling paths, like Alliance side. Like I'll go to Elwyn Forest because there's a good amount of quests, plus there's a good amount of rares running around there. Mm-hmm. Then I'll go to Loch Modan because good amount of quests and a ton of freaking rares. Mm-hmm. Like I think that zone has more rares than any other. That's my leveling path through the Alliance side. Now it's like, what? I can hang out in Loch Modan all day, every day? Yeah, that could be grindy, but my God, the XP.
Right.
Oh, that's going to be
I'm just
insane.
Strictly going like, I'm going to learn more about this stuff. I used to be such a huge lore nerd, and then I feel like I missed so much of that with jumping around and
but on the flip side of that, it also increases the likelihood of getting ganked by mobs because we're so used to just running through these zones, and after levels ahead of this guy, I'm not done with the zone yet. I can still get a good amount of XP, but I don't have to worry about this particular type of mob aggroing because I'm too high.
Well, maybe that's a good thing. So that way, when people get into dungeons, it's not so much, okay, let's skip all the mechanics and just go running through everything. Maybe it'll help curb some of that. Maybe it'll teach people again how to play with like some awareness.
Or play a druid.
Awareness? What's that? We don't need
something
awareness.
Xortz doesn't have.
Absolutely not. That's why I killed like damn near 30 Iron Toons last year.
But at least Xortz, not to eat Tide Pods. So I mean, you at least have some.
This is true, because I'm not an idiot.
And again, whoever's listening, please don't eat Tide Pods. Please don't.
Yes, situational awareness. That's what LFR is lacking. As somebody who's played a healer for a very long, this is the first expansion. I've been pretty much solely DPS. I've always been a healer, and it's always driven me nuts when Like when the time walking just came out, and people that didn't know these dungeons, and they think that they can just grab everything and think that they're hot stuff, and then get mad because they don't get how it works. It's like it's not. It doesn't work like that, dude. It doesn't work like that. You've got to stop like pulling 5 rooms. You can't do it. You are not geared for it.
Yes.
But I could do regular dungeons like this.
All I'm going to say is the nerd rage is going to be delicious.
You can find it all on my channel.
It's already on Twitter. I'm already seeing people complaining about 7.3. And again,
I can't wait to hop back over to the WoW forums and just general discussion. That's the place to be.
Oh, that's awful.
The cesspool that it is. I'm going to laugh my rear end off.
Moss Eisley.
You know what? Moss Eisley is a more inhabitable place than the WoW general discussion forums.
Yes.
Points. Huzzah.
And I think we kind of have talked about some of the other stuff. Like we talked about Silithus, there's stuff going in. Holidays.
That doesn't matter.
There are holiday dungeons are now available to all players. The flower crowns are part of the Lunar Festival.
I'm gonna be a hippie druid.
Yeah.
Isn't that all druids?
I'm not a tree, thank you very much. I mean, you can still hug me if you want to, but I'm not a tree right now.
No, I mean, like, all druids are just hippies.
Oh, no. With druids, what I've learned, druids can call down the moon and the sun.
Yeah, I know. That's what I use on my druid.
We like the moon because it is close to us.
What the hell?
I forgot about those. Wow.
Oh my god, you knew the reference?
Absolutely.
Yes! So many people do not know.
Oh, wow.
Everyone thinks I'm crazy. I'm glad I'm not now.
I love that song. And I remember like when Quiznos started using that for their commercials, people were like, "What?"
Those things are so scary looking though, and they were called sponge monkeys.
Wow.
Okay, sure.
Oh, poor Xortz.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is from a musical.
No, it's from a Quiznos commercial.
No, even before that.
I don't eat Quiznos.
It's from like a Newgrounds Flash animation. So it's not so Quiznos bought the rights to use that for their commercials.
I'm laughing so hard I'm crying now.
Peanut butter jelly time. Peanut butter jelly time.
No. Okay. No, it's not.
But I'm also a Worgen that drops moons, so technically I'm kind of a moon.
So are you mooning mobs?
Somebody cue up Ozzy Osbourne's Bark at the Moon, please.
Ouch. Serious? That's not nice.
Serious? Why so serious?
He's like, play with me. Pay attention to me. I'm going to put my claws out and hit you with them.
My cat will bite me if I'm sitting in my chair and I'm not paying attention to him. I mean, not like in a mean bite, but he'll just like bite like, you're not paying attention to me. Kind of like, I'm here. Pay attention to me.
It's a love bite.
Yeah. And I'm excited for the selfie camera. You can now get the selfie camera through a quest in Orgrimmar Stormwind. If you didn't get it in the garrisons, they've added new background filters. And Wowhead has a list of how to get these. So there's quite a few. I'm going to go in and work on those.
I'm excited to get the Shaw Sky one because that was probably one of my favorite looking skies.
Yeah. Well, and I'm looking forward to the Argus one because the fact that when Argus goes away from the sky, it's nice to bring it back again.
Mm-hmm.
Aldwar is coming in as time walking. I mean, that one we covered earlier. All dungeons now reward personal loot. And I can see the issue with that if you're trying to do transmog or trying to get like BOEs for other specs or other characters. So I see that issue. And any other class things you see in the patch notes, they said that all damage changes to class abilities listed above are for low level balance and are neutral at level 110.
I got nerfed, but I kind of nerfed myself anyway, so not noticing a difference right now.
I probably wouldn't notice a difference anyway. I don't always know my spec. I'm learning it, but I don't always know my spec.
That's okay. I've been a balanced druid this entire expansion, and I still don't know it. It's good.
Okay, good. So there's hope for me.
No regrets. No regrets.
And a few toys that cause players other than the caster to take involuntary action, such as the Piccolo of Flaming Fire or Tickle Totem, no longer function on targets outside the instigator's party or raid group.
Thank God. I hate that Piccolo. I've hated that Piccolo since vanilla. If I could burn the Piccolo, I would.
I can no longer do a disco dance party. Oh.
Thank God.
Okay, so yeah, and there's a lot of other smaller changes in it.
My
But
Bee Gees and Brews friend was actually really upset that the toy that we got for Wintervale, the unused Wintervale costumes and stuff, did not look like the actual Wintervale clothes. That was the thing she was extremely mad about. She's like, wait, but this is not the same. Not a bug, but still frustrating with the toys.
yeah, I never noticed that they weren't the same, but
We noticed on Friday.
oh, and 7.3.5 also adds a new poop quest.
I was about to say, we're missing the really important stuff here.
Oh my God, we did that one last night. It's the one with the dwarf.
So I've got a
It's
story about
amazing.
poop.
Well, technically, you don't actually have to collect it, so thank goodness. So.
That's good. But yeah, Blizzard must be like a toddler because
There's just some things, no matter what kind of patch it is, there's two things that are always going to come along: a go collect 10 bear asses quest and a poop quest.
Well, this patch it was brains and then something to wipe the poop. Close-ish.
I knew a toddler who was fascinated with poop, and this wasn't me, but I won't say who it is. And they decorated my family's fireplace with it.
So you're asking for a friend? Is that it?
I'm saying that I know somebody who did this, but it wasn't me. It really was.
The old band I was in, that the bassist's daughter had dropped poop in his shoes. He has no idea what happened. He discovered it like after a couple days, and so it wasn't, the gross poop. It was still poop, but yeah, it was like a nugget or something. And so he's sitting there like pondering it. He's like, at some point she would have had to take off her diaper and then put it in there. Yeah, it's just so. Yeah. Kids.
This person I know, when they were a toddler, they would just like reach into the back of their diaper and pull it out.
Yeah, that was probably what she did, but she was dropping it in shoes.
Oh, wow. So actually, the title for the episode is going to be Pooping Trout. I just...
Yeah. Pooping Trout.
Because they were talking about poop and all that, so it fits.
And the trout slapping.
Yes.
They did give us an achievement for using the outhouse in the garrison.
Oh, yeah.
This is true.
Keeping regular.
Staying regular.
I also know hunters had an issue with that quest if they had their pet out because their pet's head would be sticking through the door watching them poop.
Well, that's really not any different from outside the game.
I imagine so. I don't have a pet at the moment.
Yeah. Book is extremely fascinated with the bath. He's like, what are you doing in here? What's she doing? What is that thing? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to look at it. What is that? I don't know if I want to know what that is.
My cat does the same thing. My cat always wants to be in the bathroom with me. Now, the saddest time was one time my cat wanted into the bathroom while I was going to take a shower. So he's sitting outside in this thing. I'm in the shower. My cat just starts meowing. It's just so like a mortified meow. It's like, you're gone. And I hear this rushing water. And just like, I'm like, I hear the cat just like, rah, rah. I'm like, I'm sorry, cat.
See, Sirius is obsessed with the tub, and he doesn't care if the water is on or not. He's just obsessed with it. He likes to run zoomies around the tub, inside the tub. Him and Book had a peekaboo contest or something yesterday between the shower curtain and the tub. And then there was one time I was in there, and Sirius just jumps in the shower while it's going, and he's like, "What? I'm in the tub. What? I have the strangest cat. I'm telling you, he's just weird."
Well, my cat will jump on the vanity when I'm brushing my teeth, and like it will kind of walk around the vanity, just like, "Hey, you're brushing your teeth, flossing, stuff like that, adding beard oil." And then whenever I finish brushing and turn the water to rinse off my toothbrush, he gets down every single time because he knows I'm going to be done with my morning routine. I'm like, "You're a smart cat." And did both of you see the Blizzard Heroes of the Storm mecha?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't play Heroes, so I don't pay attention to it.
Oh, I don't either. But
yeah, I haven't caught up on Heroes. I'm a little behind. I
saw this one. It was really cool. It was like a anime style because like they have Avithur, Dahaka, Rhaegar, and Tyrael as as mechanized robots. So it was just really cool. Like the whole video on it was mechanized. It felt like one of those anime things.
Tahaka's mech skin is pretty cool. It always made me think of Beast Wars for Transformers.
Oh yeah,
I was thinking of it with. Yeah, he's like a little T-Rex Tahaka.
And it mentions in one of the teasers for this, it mentions Neil Stormwind, but we don't see it in the release. But people are speculating it could be a map or something for Stormwind. So it's kind of like a cyberpunk Stormwind. So
that'd be kind of cool.
I could play Heroes a little bit to play that. WoW eSports, really the only thing I'm excited is that the Mythic Dungeon Invitational returns.
Yay!
That one, I enjoyed that one better than the PvP ones, only because I understand PvE better. I play PvP sometimes.
I think it's great to see PvE actually getting a spot in esports, because esports seems to be predominantly dominated
by player versus player.
Yeah, by player versus player. We're taking somebody else out. So
that's kind of the whole sports part of it. Is you have two teams or two players going head to head.
Yeah, but when you start introducing time trials to get through dungeons and to scale it up where it gets harder and harder and harder, like why shouldn't that be?
I think WoW is just way too preoccupied with esports. Because if you go back, I mean, the whole esports thing started with FPS games back in the day, Doom, stuff like that, and then in terms of Blizzard's esports, they're trying to recreate the success that StarCraft had, the original StarCraft. But the thing about that is that grew organically out of the player base. It didn't come from Blizzard. But ever since then, they've been obsessed with everything being an esport.
That is true.
Here's like the WoW PvP arena. They've been trying to make that a successful esport for years, and it's never really worked. It does good business, but it's never caught on the way they wanted it to. Hearthstone. Here's a casual online TCG. But here's esports. Overwatch. Hey, have a great FPS. Esports. Heroes of the Storm. It's a MOBA that, isn't going to have the insane level of competitiveness that Dota 2 and League of Legends have, but esports. They're not letting these things develop the way StarCraft did. And I think that's a big part of their problem.
As somebody who's never really been into esports or even the PvP WoW esports side of things, even though I try to host a PvP night and I love to do the battlegrounds and things, seeing that they've got the Mythic Invitational, I had no thoughts of ever being part of like the WoW PvP scene, even though I like to do it. But at least with the Mythic Invitational, it seems like something that as a casual player, I'm like, maybe one day I could do that. And that's kind of cool. That's a neat feeling to have for someone like me. And I'm sure other people out there have got that as well. But so it's nice to see different parts of the community being represented for things that they like to do.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for them to try and make pet battles in esport.
And transmog.
I'm sure somewhere along in the Blizzard, in the secret esport bunker, there's a pie charts and graphs and equations just prepping for it.
Probably do that by making it like Pokemon Stadium, except that you would have another person out there. So it could be done.
That actually would be really cool. Because pet battles already go into their own interface, so I could see turning that into.
That's true, and it's a much smaller scale too. I mean, like with Hearthstone, you'd have to build your deck and stuff, and then there's 30 cards or something that would be different. But at least with pet battles, it'd be like, okay, I've got these 3 pets, and obviously they could have these 3 pets, and they could kind of do the same thing, except for you have 2 choices of what they can do. So I don't know.
I just.
Seems like
I do like watching competitive StarCraft, but that's about as far as into the esports scene as I get.
Need the pet battles to be available on mobile. That would be fun.
Yeah.
I would pet battle more if it was on mobile.
Because Rooster was saying if it was, he could poop in pet battle.
At the same time.
Yeah.
I wasn't going to read that. I was just going to ignore it.
Hey, we've already
talked about poop, so why not just keep it going?
And it's in the title.
I just said that Book likes to watch us, okay? All right?
All right.
I don't need my little sharp claws. to know what I do in the bathroom.
And this is kind of WoW. Blizzard World is opening in Overwatch on January 23rd. So I don't own Overwatch. I mean, I own it, but I can't play it because I'm on a Mac. But Blizzard World looks amazing. I watched the Wowhead video when they were going through it on the PTR, and you can download a ticket at blizz.ly/grand opening, and the G and O are case sensitive and capitalized. But you can download your own ticket for the 23rd. Orb of Deception turns Pandaren into allied races. So they are the only race with no fixed race in this toy. This was from Icy Veins.
So is it randomized what they will turn into then?
I think so. That's what it was sounding like in the article on Icy Veins, is that it randomizes.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
You wouldn't believe the anger on the Wildhead comments for this next one. Scarab Lords get access to a new version of their exclusive mount. And I think it's cool that they're getting an updated graphics of their mount. Because, I mean, they've worked hard for that one in vanilla.
Agreed. I wish that there were more events like that in the game.
Yeah.
Because that was one of the coolest things to take a part of. And I know it was only like one person that could get it, but it was still really neat to work so long to unlock that. It was an epic time in Warcraft. And I really kind of miss taking down the Anubis looking dudes out there that you had to summon and get like bunches of people to do. I don't know, it was neat. I don't ever want 40-man raids again, but
no.
Big events like that took a while and, aren't over in 3 weeks. That was huge. It was awesome. It kept us preoccupied. Don't make fun of the fact that I just said it's huge. Xortz, I know where you're going.
I said nothing.
Hey, over in Silithus, it's huge.
A huge sword there. Creepy.
Heyo.
I did not mean that like that. You stop that.
Too late.
I've been fell corrupted by Emma, Thorn, and Thist, and Xortz. So, I mean, and Deceiver, and Eric Gouter. I've just been fell corrupted this year.
This is why my channel is Nani's, because I'll say something and everyone's like, and I'm like, that's not what I meant. It happens all the time. I'm Nani on accident.
We're all 12-year-old boys. Well, no.
Only if sword means tool, which I guess it could be. But
Xortz and Scruffy had an idea on Twitter. So we have a new segment that we're starting.
I saw that you put that on there. It's like, oh my god, it happened.
Epic Mistells.
Yes.
And we had our first Epic Mistel submission from guest Rhett Pally Jill. And Jill says that their mistel was, Jill's a terrible guild leader. As soon as she logs out, me, blank, 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 and some others are leaving to start our own guild. And Jill says, I promptly G-kicked all of them, and they had the gall to ask why I kicked them. The complete standstill of G-chat when I told them why was epic. And that was in 2006. I still have all 4 of them blocked.
That's awesome.
Well done, Rhett Pelly Jill. Well
yes.
done.
That's great. My only epic mistels. I mean, I realized I played on an RP, oldest RP, up until the last 6 months, and some of the mistels I got are straight out of Goldshire.
Yeah.
It's just like you're passing through, and all of a sudden it's like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And
like
I wish I would have written some
walking along, and all of a sudden you get a very descriptive tell about some adult-natured things that are happening, and I always would respond to those like, "Well, that sounds stupendous. When and where?" And they'll be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
they'll just be like, "No worries, man. It's all good. You do you."
I just like the ones that are it's almost a book where it's just a very. I mean, even if it's not ERP, it's like this whole backstory, and then it's like, oh, that's nice to know. Oh God, I'm sorry. That's oops. Or they'll be inspecting you, and all of a sudden message you. I wish I could find the comic that they had of it with the epic mistells, and I think it had 2 Tauren that are talking to each other, and all of a sudden one just turns around. It's like, your eyes are so beautiful and amazing. Oh my God, mistel.
So be sure to send your epic mistells to Frazzly
at Frazzlecast, show at frazzlecast.com.
On voicemail.
Yeah, and on the voicemail.
voicemail. Really?
Oh, yeah.
Ugh.
You don't watch DVDs, but you have voicemail.
Well, I mean, I'm not the one calling up. It's other people that are calling up. And somebody actually did call us up, so I'll play it later on.
Oh.
Yeah. Actually
Sorry.
got a voicemail. I got
They're
a,
probably just like, why you keep bringing that Xortz guy on? Freaking terrible.
I find it funny.
That Scruffy's an idiot. Get rid of her.
Nah, I don't want to. Our anonymous candy source brought this to our attention. Nestle agrees to sell U.S. confectionery business to Ferrero. This includes like Butterfinger, Crunch, Baby Ruth, 100 Grand, Raisinets, Chunky, O. Henry, Snow Caps, as well as Gobstop. Oh, all of the
Nerds.
Nerds, Pixie Sticks, Bottle Caps. And I did not realize that Hershey's actually the one who manufactures Kit Kats in the United States. Nestle owns the international brand of Kit Kat, but Hershey's.
Yeah, that's why, like, if you go to England and you get all crazy flavored Kit Kats, but you can't get them in the U.S.
Oh, man. Now when I go to England, I want to get some different Kit Kats, because give me a break.
Yeah. I found this interesting because I work for Nestle in one of their frozen warehouses. It's going to be interesting to see because it's attached to an ice cream factory, and we make a lot of like Butterfinger flavor, Crunch flavor, Baby Ruth flavor, ice creams. I wonder if we're still going to be able to do that. I wonder if we're still going to be able to manufacture those flavors since it's being sold to some Italian company now.
I could see you being the licensed manufacturer.
Yeah, but Nestle's also trying to get away from sugary snacks. Like, a lot of their ice cream isn't even labeled as ice cream anymore. It's frozen dairy dessert.
Just call it ice cream.
Yeah, well, they're trying to move to healthier alternatives. So.
The whole reason to eat ice cream is because it's not healthy.
Absolutely.
I know, right? Like, we just got in a whole bunch of new frozen fruit bars and stuff like that, and I'm just sitting here whatever.
I mean,
bring me the Butterfinger. Crunch now.
That's all I've wanted this week has been chocolate and cookies and things. And I mean, I have nights where it's just I need a tub of ice cream. And granted, I can't do the dairy anymore, so I gotta go get those vegan.
Well, we do have non-dairy frozen desserts as well.
And those are hit or miss, but I mean,
chocolate peanut butter by Haagen-Dazs is quite lovely. Actually,
when I need to drown my sorrows, dang it, I need a pint of ice cream. I don't need it to be healthy. I need it to frickin' ice cream.
There you go.
I need some chocolate and some peanut butter, and I need it stat.
Yeah, so that's
business.
I didn't know they owned Pixie Sticks though. Chunky. I didn't even know that was still a thing. I haven't had a Chunky. You know what? I'm going to the store.
What is a Chunky besides me on the weekends?
This little square block of chocolate with caramel, peanuts, and I think raisins in it. It's not bad. It's I gotta go to I'm going to the store here in an hour or two.
You lost me at raisins. Lost me at caramel.
Hold on. Let me Google to the internets, everyone. Chunky, not Chunky Monkey. Chunky chocolate bar.
And they have nuts. You're out.
Chocolate.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of nuts in my chocolate either.
Chocolate candy bar. Okay, here we go. Nestle Chunky, according to the Wikipedias. The original is milk chocolate, peanut raisins, in a silver wrapper. And that's all that's left because they had a pecan chunky, a dark chunky, a donut chunky, and a solid milk chunky, and they're all discontinued. Nintendo!
Yes.
Fraz, do the lead in here, please.
So Nintendo last night announced a new thing called Nintendo Labo. They made a thing where you buy these kits, and they're like cardboard with circuits and stuff like that. And it comes with software for a game. You slot the Switch into it. And I am trying not to be cynical.
Don't worry. I'm going to be I'm going to jump in right here because I'm looking at this.
Okay.
I watched the video you linked. This is the most blatant, cheap money grab I have ever seen. This is just a bunch of cardboard and stickers for 70 to 80 bucks. Okay, now Nintendo's not exactly saints. Everybody loves Nintendo. I get it. Yay, Mario, yeah. But you look at the manufactured shortage of amiibos for games. You look at the manufactured shortage of the NES Classic thing that they came out with last year, the little mini old school NES. They intentionally do this stuff to drive up prices and stuff like that. This is the biggest bunch, and Fraz, I know you said to keep it PG, but I can't right now. Bullshit I have ever seen. This is some EA level bullshit.
See, I don't like the fact that it's made out of cardboard, but I can also the majority of the price going into the software for it, because most video games these days for are $50 to $60. I'm not really cool with the fact that you're paying $30 for cardboard, but the whole idea of it, I actually really kind of like it, because I am that geek that loved science things growing up. Some of the first games I played were puzzles that you had to puzzle out for how to turn on light bulbs and how to build race cars and how to make these little science experiments work.
When I see this, I see my nephews destroying this new product in a week or less.
Oh, absolutely.
5 minutes.
Yeah.
5 freaking minutes. This is, okay. Now,
that better be military grade cardboard.
Military grade does not.
I mean, they better be able to drop a bomb on it or
breaks
something.
more often than regular shit, trust me. Nintendo's known for doing weird crap. And a lot of times it turns out to be really cool, innovative, weird crap. Sometimes not. This is neither weird nor innovative. This is garbage. This is straight garbage. And if you buy one of these, you're a freaking idiot.
I can see trying to teach kids creativity, but one of the rebuttals I've heard to what you just said is that anybody who doesn't like it is not the target audience. But I'm looking at this like, if you want everything, it's like $150, $160 for it all.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be like 100. Gosh, I actually was just talking about this on my show the other day. It was 120 for the robot, and then 99 for the variety pack.
80 for the robot.
Oh.
And 70 for the variety kit, and 10 for the sticker set.
If you're a parent and you buy your kid this, Nintendo!
Yeah, but if they buy it for them, I mean, they already bought them a Switch. So
yeah, great. But the Switch it's a gaming thing. You can use it as a console. You can use it as a handheld.
Mm-hmm.
I get that. You know, the cost of a Switch is justified. The cost of buying $80 pieces of cardboard makes...
How much are the games on the Switch? I mean, it's $80, so technically you're really only buying $30 worth of cardboard. Maybe even only 20, so that way, like, it depends on what they, what Nintendo takes.
I can't get behind this idea at all. I can't. Nintendo.
The argument about if they're going to destroy it right away, I mean, parents already bought the kids a Switch. Either
but the Switch is probably a little more durable than a piece of freaking cardboard. I'm sorry.
I do like what Poppy says in the chat. How does it teach creativity to the kids if the Nintendo's put it together? And I do see that point.
Awesome point by Poppy. Legos, constructs, model kits, take them to an art class, take them to, a children's museum where they can interact with stuff. That's how you teach them creativity, not by getting them cardboard pieces for their video game console.
And Legos don't break that easily.
No, but Legos will mess up your foot if you step on.
Oh, absolutely.
That's right. For Devil's Advocate, Poppy, looking at that video, when you buy a Lego kit, you also get the directions on how to put it together to make it look like that kit. Yes, you can go and build whatever you want afterwards. It's your own imagination. But it's the same thing with the cardboard stuff for whatever they're building. They're putting together this video for Switch will walk you through step by step. Okay, now you're going to bend it over and do this. Okay, now you're going to put this here. And then that lets you interact with the software. So it's not just that you're going to take this and you're going to build one thing with it. You're going to go and play different games with it. You're going to learn different things by using it that way. I still think it's crap that they will probably destroy that bit, but I still think the majority of the money is going into the software. So it really kind of depends on how much stuff you can do with that one bit. How many different things can you do with the robot thing? How many different things can you do with each part of the variety kit? I'm
just saying this because, as a kid and having gotten things like this that were, like a paperboard or a cardboard or something like that you had to fold, put into certain areas, those things probably are not very durable and you probably would tear it or break it while trying to put it together, and then that completely makes it useless.
I'm just excited it's teaching kids how to read directions, and maybe we'll have like a generation of guys that will actually want to read directions.
Well, hey, parents could be doing that. And I'm sorry, Scruffy, it is in our DNA, it's genetic. We can't help it.
That is true.
You want to rewrite our DNA code?
I don't know why that they haven't done it lately, but shopping on Amazon, there was a time that I was getting several boxes that would show you how to put together a robot with their boxes. Did anybody else ever get those?
I got
You
that
can
from
make a
Loot
robot
Crate.
out of your Amazon. Yes!
Because it was Loot Crate that had that for me, but I never had that from Amazon.
I've never got a Loot Crate, so I'm pretty sure I got one from Amazon.
I don't really order stuff on.
Maybe by teaching these instructions, this next generation will also not eat Tide Pods.
Yeah. We need more think through this stuff, and then maybe we won't have people.
Arts and crafts in school. What happened to that? Oh, that's right.
Maybe they'll learn how to do laundry.
Scruffy, you have a new dog, right?
I do. Yes.
Well, Poppy, I was talking with them before the show, and they brought up a good point about pets.
Mm-hmm.
And how pets have destroyed stuff. And I have so many things that my dog and my cats have destroyed.
I have plenty of stories from my old dogs destroying stuff that are also not appropriate for this cast. But Book is starting to try to go after things, so we've had to take shoes away from Book. Book is constantly like giving that look of like, is this okay? No, this is not okay. Oh God, I'm sorry. And the cat does it too. The cat is notorious for tearing things up, and stealing things and hiding them. So,
yep,
I get it.
I lost my Apple TV remote because my cat took it, and I can't find it.
We bought it plugs into the computer in your car, and it's a code reader. We bought a code reader, and we got it, and then the next day it was gone, and we didn't find it for like 3 weeks because Sirius had hit it. And he also did the same thing with some of my recording equipment. He took the card I was using to record on, and I found that months later underneath the baseboards in the kitchen. Yay! Hooray!
And Rooster, I do use the app on my phone. That's how I use the Apple TV right now. With this whole thing, I guess I'll wait and see. It's just, I'm lukewarm on this, almost to the point of being personally cold on the idea, but we'll see how it goes.
Totally against it. It's bullcrap.
I think it's interesting, but this is from a standpoint that I really like the science type stuff. So I kind of wish that I was a kid growing up with this stuff. So, but again, my parents wouldn't have bought it anyways because it is extremely expensive. But so I think if it was more durable, maybe. But I gotta admit, that piano was really cool.
I showed my parents it, and they're like, "That'd break." I never would have got that as a kid.
Yeah.
I showed my sister because my nephew has a Switch. My sister was like, she's not buying it.
That'll last 5 minutes. No.
Yeah.
Maybe if it was more durable. So yeah.
Yeah, and that'll be interesting to see. So I'm willing to watch and see what happens. From the fans, we actually got a voicemail from a fan right before the show.
Hooray!
Hi, long-time listener, first-time caller. I was just wondering, for someone who's been out of World of Warcraft for so long, what is the best site or information can someone look at to know what's going to be happening? Bye.
So I have no clue who that person was, but thank you for calling.
Thought you.
Yeah, thought.
Go old school.
Yeah. Or if you want to go even more old school, before there was any of those sites, you just have to figure it out or like ask people in the grapevine.
I just threw away my original strategy guide for World of Warcraft for vanilla.
Uh-oh.
I had it. Yeah. With like all my druid gear, like I need to go here for this and here for that. Yeah. Hands down though, Wowhead is the stuff.
Anybody know where Mankirk's wife is?
This is not Baron's chat.
I would say Wowhead and their guides. I also would recommend The Starting Zone. They're a great podcast. They don't go on as many tangents as we do. So if you want straight WoW, I
Squirrel.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, where? Ooh, that's a nice squirrel.
Book.
Ooh, book.
Okay, book.
Which book? Harry Potter? Dresden Files?
The furry one.
Wait, there's a furry book?
No.
Definitely Starting Zone. I was running Legion achievements with CTR and Daffy or Daffade, and they told me they have listened to every episode. They were saying their favorite part of the shows is...
No, don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you... You little...
No, just can't hold it in. Don't you know that by now?
We have a small bladder.
That's the sound they make when you punt them.
And hate mail 5, 3, 2.
And also a shout out to Sassy Snorlax, who was leveling Battle Pets last night while listening to episode 37, and they said, meow.
Okay.
So it's an episode 37 joke.
I know, I was there.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Wow, you forgot it was on your show last week.
I can't
All right,
remember.
I see how it is. I got it.
I didn't get any work done that night. So, Frazzle Pants, now that Xortz is gone, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
That's okay. Zeph still loves me.
So before we end out the show, I do want to talk about something that happened in the community. Mike Biasi, late Monday night, Little Sparks tweeted out, I'm very saddened to update that an extremely talented cosplayer, artist, Blizzard fan, and friend, Mike Biasi, passed away this afternoon. He was always so supportive of my work and gave the best hugs. I will miss him very much, as will all of the BlizzCon cosplay family. Some of his cosplays of note include his Grush cosplay. It's sad when we lose someone that's part of the group. And I was looking at pictures. I was like, I wanted to meet Mike Biasi.
Yeah, he just seemed like such an open, welcoming person, and I always hate to hear horrible things happening to amazing people, and it's definitely going to be missed.
Absolutely. Yeah. There is a GoFundMe for his family and for the funeral expenses. It's at GoFundMe/Mike-BIASI. Mike will be missed. Thank you all for coming tonight to Frazzlecast tonight. I put that in the show notes twice. Tonight we were joined by the Scruffy Druid lady.
Scruffy Druid. Yeah. Oh. The Scruffy Druid.
I don't know why I keep calling you Scruffy Druid lady. It's just...
Oh, yeah. I do say Scruffy Druid lady an awful lot, but I am the Scruffy Druid over on Twitter and Twitch. I think it's apparent I'm a lady. Possibly. Hopefully.
Yeah,
who knows?
So where can we find you, Scruffy Druid?
You can find me over on Twitter and on Twitch, both as the Scruffy Druid. So at the Scruffy Druid on Twitter and twitch.tv/the Scruffy Druid.
Xortz, where can we find you?
Oh, the usual places on Twitter and Twitch. I play several different games, usually badly.
Nice.
Come check it out. We got WoW Iron Man Challenge starting up again next week after we give this other maintenance a day or two to kind of work its kinks out. Star Wars: The Old Republic, The Sims, Stardew Valley, Dragon Age Origins, sometimes FTL, which I need to start playing again because it's fun. So come hang out. We have a pretty chill chat. Follow Will Wheaton's rule and don't be a you-know-what.
Don't be a
jerk.
Yes.
Okay.
That's one way of putting it.
Yeah.
And I have an interview on Realm Maintenance coming out January 22nd. Same day this episode released. So check out realmmaintenance.com and also check out Rose's new Hearthstone podcast, Hearth Casual, coming out soon. And I will also be on The Converted, which is the Convert to Raid Guild podcast, on January 22nd at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You can find me at Frazzly.com or on Twitter at Frazzlytastic. You can find the show at Frazzlecast.com. Get in touch with us. We love to hear from you. Until next week, be awesome.
Oh, Ludra the Mage here.
And I'm Ben the Mage.
Crockett, Sinchex, and Zarshaw.
No, it's Croshex, Syncrix, and Zarsetch.
Krukton, Sinclair, and Zardas?
No, repeat after me. Croshex,
Croquet,
Syncrix,
Sink Kicks,
and Croshex.
Crochet.
Okay, well, Ludra tries to read some bug names.
Oh, I got it. It's Chromag, Sinjin, and Zarshit.
Check out episode 122 of Battle Pets. Croshex, Syncrix, and Zarshedge, as we talk about patch 7.3.5, boss battles, and team building.
And Una's puppy. Okay, this is it. Now or never. You get this, Ben? Ben, you ready?
Okay, I'm ready.
Ready?
Okay.
Bugman 1, Bugman 2, and Bugman 3.
Yeah, I think that works for me. That's much better.
Works for me too. Yeah. Blizzard, take note.
We're making names now.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome to episode 22 of the Frazzle Report. With the launch of 7.3.5 this past week, there has been speculation as to why 7.3.5 took 84 days to release compared to the 77 days of many of the Legion patches. While searching for news information in a dumpster in the Blizzard employee parking garage, one of our researchers overheard a few developers talking. The developers said that 7.3.5 was supposed to launch on January 9th, but they were having an issue with the level scaling. PTR was running fine, but the internal development builds kept causing them issues. The issue that cropped up was that Alliance starting zones were accidentally at level 85. The dev mentioned that in Elwyn Forest, Hogger was immediately killing any new players that zoned in. They were internally calling him the Welcome Knoll, in homage to the Welcome Bear in the Plaguelands. They fixed the glitch after finding someone had modified the scaling code with a comment that said, and I quote, "All Alliance deserve to die. For the Horde," end quote. They fixed the release issue, but only after just missing the January 9th release window. Thus, the patch is 84 days instead of 77 days. Did you know that Blizzard's cafeteria makes a very good burrito? Our researcher said they sampled one of the ones that was thrown into the dumpster. It had chorizo, potato, and queso. They were about to eat it when they realized it was stuck to a piece of paper. They quickly removed the paper from the burrito, careful not to drop the already half-eaten burrito. The paper revealed that World of Warcraft was to have a patch 7.4. The patch details were sadly all soggy with queso, so we have not been able to decipher what was to be in it. The only words we could clearly read were Gnomeregan, Khadgar, and Zappy Boy. The rest are a mystery. We have the paper in a lab, but sadly we do not think we will ever know what was to be in patch 7.4. This has been the Frazzle Report. I am Frazzly Sparkspan. You can find the show at frazzlereport.com. Until next week, be awesome. Frazzlecast is a fan podcast that covers Blizzard games. We are not affiliated with Blizzard Entertainment. Views expressed by the host and guests are their own. Some of the art, music, and sound effects come from Blizzard games and are owned by Blizzard Entertainment, Inc. No copyright infringement is intended.
Want more awesomeness every week? Visit weeklyawesome.com. Weekly podcasts to make your week better. Remember to smile and be awesome.